Books, stamps, comics, coins, paintings, antiquities like swords and kerises. Why in the world do people collect such things? What's the point? In today's world, what's trending is less is more. Getting rid of clutter and learning to live with less is becoming popular. Yet, there will always be someone you know who, well, collects stuff. Take my friend, Brother Rosman here, for example. He collects antique Malay jewelry and other related art from this region. Or Brother Zulherme here, who is into action figures and cosplay. And then there's me, who collects kerises. So, why do we do it? Well, the short answer might be shocking to you. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to another video. This would have been the topic for my live stream last week, but unfortunately, due to some technical glitch, I didn't realize that I ended up monologuing to myself for the last 30 minutes, not realizing my broadcast was not streaming. Anyway, to make it up to all of you, here is my regular weekly pre-recorded video, live streamed for your viewing pleasure. Back to our topic today. Is there any truth to the statement that collecting kerises damages your brain? Keep watching to learn more. Hey, if we are meeting for the first time, my name is Keris Johari, better known as Pak Jofe, the keris collector from Singapore, your personal guide through the exciting world of the keris and its collecting culture. If you are a fan of art, history, and mythology embodied into these traditional daggers that we natives of the Malay world refer to as the keris, be sure to subscribe and join our community right here on the Keris Collector YouTube channel. Collectors have all sorts of reasons to collect. For some, collecting is a way to bond with others. Others collect out of curiosity about the world around them. Then there are those who get their dopamine fix from the thrill of hunting rare items. For many, it's a combination of these factors. To most, collectors might seem like eccentric pack rats. But in reality, we collectors are fulfilling a natural urge. This urge to collect is somewhat primal and even seen in the animal kingdom. Studies have documented over 70 species of animals collecting items necessary for survival and joy. For example, rats and crows, and some avian species collect shiny objects as part of their courtship rituals. Now, researchers believe that collecting dates back to our early ancestral days, when humans adopted hunter-gatherer habits for survival. Collecting food, for instance, could mean the difference between life and death during harsh seasons or famines. So it's not surprising that this trait evolved over time. So what's actually going on in a collector's brain? Ultimately, it is the thrill of the hunt. You see, when you find that rare item, your brain releases a hit of dopamine, signaling that this is a rewarding and worth repeating. However, with each successful hunt, the brain gets accustomed to it and releases lesser dopamine each time. This drives collectors to seek out bigger challenges and greater thrills. Studies have proven this. A research published in the journal Brain identified the specific area of the brain responsible for collecting behavior. Researchers examined 13 patients with focal brain lesions who exhibited abnormal collecting behavior. Though they performed well on tests of intelligence, memory, and reasoning, these patients showed no signs of abnormal collecting before the brain damage. MRI scans reveal that the damaged area is part of the right frontal lobe of the cortex. Now, speaking of abnormal collecting behavior, are you also having trouble letting go of your collection? Well, that's not unusual. It's biological, actually. Research published in the Journal Archives of General Psychiatry found that MRI scans of patients with hoarding disorder showed abnormal activity in the anterior cingulate cortex and insula. These patients had lower activity when faced with the idea of giving away things that didn't belong to them, but increased activity when considering giving away their own stuff. They reported feelings of indecisiveness and that things were simply not right. Now, in another study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry, discovered that people with a hoarding habit showed decreased brain activity in the posterior cingulate gyrus, an area involved in spatial orientation and memory. This likely explains why some people who hoard have problems with clutter and fear of losing their things, as their items are often associated with memories. Okay, story time! I have collected kerises since 1997, and as I have always advocated, when you study kerises, you are not studying kerises alone. You study a wide range of subjects, each indirectly associated with the object you collect. Now, with such knowledge in hand, eventually you develop a good eye and appreciation for a good artwork or handicraft when you see one. It may not necessarily be limited to kerises alone, for that matter. Today's Storytime segment, I would like to share a very special artwork that has been masterfully crafted by a very talented friend of mine, Ricardo Artisau from Fortaleza, Brazil. Now, here's a little backstory. I got to know Ricardo back in 2020 through Instagram. He was interested in the art of the keris and has aspirations to make a keris with his own hands. We have exchanged many insightful discussions via private messages over time, and that's when I had the sensing that I am chatting with someone who is an experienced craftsman. Eventually, I discovered that he is a craftsman and he works on wood. His specialty is in the crafting of wands like those from the Harry Potter Wizarding universe. Now, Harry Potter fans, you might want to pay attention from here on. I believe, given the right specifications, he may be able to reproduce replicas of the wands used by the characters in the movies. But Ricardo also has the skills, the experience, and the talents to produce a truly unique, one-of-a-kind, custom-commissioned wands. This enticed me to have Ricardo make a custom wand for myself. Our discussions with the wand went back and forth, and I think it took 2 years because midway I forgot about it. And finally, this year, about 2 weeks ago, my custom order finally reached me. First off, this box is custom made from a species of wood native to Brazil. I believe it's called king wood. It has a very premium and luxurious feel to it. Look at the hinges and clasps. These are quality brass. Comes with a custom note with its own fictional wand lore, and the best part is Ricardo took the effort to have the language be in my native Malay language. Now that is truly an honor for me. Velvet lined, another premium bonus with a bright green ribbon. Personally, I do love this color. It matches very well with my brand colors. Also, there's a heartfelt note from Ricardo, which I truly appreciate. And here it is, my own custom wand. Fitting for an original character if I am in the Harry Potter Wizarding universe. Crafted from 6 different materials: kingwood, tulip wood, tiger wood, the skin of a manta ray like those used on the hilts of Japanese swords, an ammonite fossil, and a silver ring that houses the fossil. Additionally, there is one more fictional material imbued within the wand lore that symbolically makes it 7 materials in total. Personally, I love the grains on the tiger wood. It reminds me of the Pamur pattern Junjung Derajat or Bawang Sebungkal. Very thoughtfully crafted and has his monogram engraved on the wand to mark its creator and provenance. Very unique and one of a kind. I doubt even if he produced another copy, it won't be the same like this one. So, Ricardo, my friend, if you are watching this, thank you so much for this beautiful custom commission work of art, truly deserving a spot in my private display case. And true to the theme of today's video, collectors collect not just art, but also something sentimentally meaningful and personal that is worth remembering. So, are we at fault for this? Most likely, it's our brain chemistry at work here. I have covered the science that suggests how we collectors likely suffer from an abnormality in our brain development, whether it's damaged from overstimulation or underdeveloped from a lack of it. Now, let's discuss the pros and cons of having a collecting habit. In this video, I'll focus specifically on keris collecting. But you can apply these insights to collecting other objects as well. Being a keris collector can be a fascinating and rewarding hobby, especially for those interested in Southeast Asian culture, history, and craftsmanship. The keris, with its unique wavy blade and rich symbolism, holds significant cultural and historical value in countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and every other island nation that resides within Nusantara. Collecting kerises involves appreciating the artistry and craftsmanship that goes into making each piece. It's also an opportunity to learn about the cultural and historical context in which these weapons were used, as well as the spiritual and symbolic meanings they carry. However, It requires a discerning eye and knowledge to distinguish between genuine antiques and modern replicas. It's also important to ensure that the kerises are acquired ethically and legally. Now, for those passionate about history, culture, and art, keris collecting can be a deeply fulfilling endeavor. With that said, here are my top 10 advantages to becoming a keris collector. At number 1, cultural preservation. Collecting keris helps preserve an important aspect of Southeast Asian heritage and culture. At number 2, historical insight. Each keris has its own history, providing valuable insights into different social historical periods and regions. At number 3, art appreciation. The intricate designs and craftsmanship of keris blades and hilts are a form of art, offering an opportunity to appreciate and study traditional artisanship associated with its deeper philosophical meanings. At number 4, spiritual connection. Many kerises are believed to hold spiritual significance, allowing collectors to connect with cultural and spiritual traditions. At number 5, educational value. Collecting kerises can be an educational journey, enhancing knowledge about methodology, history, and cultural practices which are still relevant today. And number 6, investment potential. Authentic and rare kerises can appreciate in value over time, making them potential investment pieces. And number 7, unique collection. Keris collections are unique and often personalized, reflecting the collector's taste and interests. At number 8, community engagement. Being part of a community of keris collectors allows for networking, knowledge sharing, and participation in related events and exhibitions. At number 9, aesthetic enjoyment. The beauty and craftsmanship of kerises can bring aesthetic pleasure and pride to the collector. And last but not least, at number 10, legacy creation. A well-curated collection can become a family heirloom, passing down cultural appreciation and historical artifacts to future generations. As with all good things, it cannot realistically be all-encompassing, free from negative aspects as well. Where there are advantages, there are the disadvantages that is paired with it. Here are my top 10 disadvantages to becoming a keris collector. Earning the first spot at number 1, cost. You see, acquiring authentic and high-quality kerises are expensive, especially rare and historically significant pieces. At number 2, counterfeits and reproductions. The market for keris includes many replicas and poor quality fakes, requiring a keen eye and extensive knowledge to avoid being deceived. At number 3, storage and maintenance. Proper storage and maintenance are necessary to preserve the condition of kerises, which can be time-consuming and require special materials. At number 4, legal issues. Some regions have strict regulations regarding the ownership and import or export of kerises, which can complicate collecting. At number 5, space requirements. A growing collection can take up significant space, which may be an issue for collectors with limited room space available. At number 6, market volatility. The value of kerises can fluctuate, and there is no guarantee that they will appreciate in value over time. At number 7, specialized knowledge. A deep understanding of keris history, types, and craftsmanship is needed, which can be a steep learning curve for new collectors. At number 8, risk of damage. Kerises are delicate and can be damaged if not handled or stored properly, leading to potential loss of value. And number 9, limited availability. Authentic and high-quality antique kerises are often hard to find, which can make building a quality antique collection challenging. And last but not least, at number 10, cultural sensitivity. Understanding and respecting the cultural significance of kerises are important, and missteps can lead to cultural appropriation or insensitivity. Hey, if you have learned something new from today's video, do have a care and remember to subscribe, like and share. If you would, your support will help this video reach out to other keris enthusiasts out there and will allow them to discover and explore deeper into the facets of keris collecting in upcoming videos. Do share your thoughts and questions in the comments below, and let's weave the future of keris collecting together. So there you have it, my top 10 advantages and disadvantages to consider before deciding to become a keris collector. Without doubt, collecting brings a fair share of joy, but it also comes with many heartaches. Now, scientifically, an unhealthy obsession with collecting can be problematic, and evidence suggests it may indicate brain abnormalities. However, if these urges are carefully managed and kept in check, they can serve a greater purpose. So, the next time someone calls you out and claims that you are sick in the brain, don't get riled up. If your collecting habit is not detrimental to your well-being, stand proud knowing that your habit has an overall positive impact on you and others. It's better to be unique and true to yourself than to follow the crowd, leading mundane, unfulfilled lives. Be proud of who you are. But if your collecting habits negatively impact your well-being or cause you to shirk your responsibilities to your family and yourself, it's time to seek help. Get advice from the right places. Don't get advice from dealers. These bunch are only into it for the profit and couldn't care less about your financial and personal well-being. Their job is only to get you to spend your money with them. So again, I advise against being too reliant with dealers. Personally, to this day, I do not know of any public dealers who are honest about the products that they supply. Most harp on the strings of nationalistic and racial pride, instead of being honest to their customers that the products they sell are cheap, mass-produced reproductions. So do you agree or disagree with my list? Share with me your thoughts in the comments below and give this video a like if you find it insightful. If you missed my previous video on the secrets of besi kuning, check out that video right here. Until my next video, stay curious, start exploring, and keep the legacy of the keris alive.